Okay, hello. The assembly of the final bits of the laptop. Woo. Screen, keyboard, base parts are already put together. Thank you to Wookie for that one. That was inspired to make sure that that was sturdy. There's a screw in there and one in there, so this part is not. It won't flex outwards when that is secured. Right. Cable goes in there. That clamps on there, and then that fits in like that. Ta-da! Cable runs all the way along this part here. These I've upgraded to an M3 bolt. It doesn't have to be that long, so that there's enough tension to keep it all together. I've redone these screen edges about 4 times, trying to get them the right thickness along this part so that it doesn't flex when things are in. Yeah, pain in the ass it has. Not too tight, but just enough. Ain't moving about, which is good. So the cable runs all the way along there, and it even goes through that piece. And the only reason this middle piece is in place at all is because it's clamped from both ends. Now, with that in place, can we put this in without having to disassemble our whole freaking thing later? Yes, we can. Okay, so cable goes in there. Discovered that although I had designed this to be screwed down, it doesn't need it. Turns out, which is nice. Save some screws. Click, click. Now there's a bolt, a nut in that tiny hole there, which is slotted in. So this. Now these can be replaced with M2 screws. Very simple. Don't have to ask about. And the double interlock between that and that makes sure that this bit doesn't twist at all. Well, that bit has to be quite tight. One. So the only reason I'm putting washers on is because as a prototype I don't want to embed these little nuts in the indentations here yet, because you won't get them out. So just putting a wash on thing, and you can always go and order the right length hex. Phillips M2 right length Phillips M2 jobbies later. That's not a problem. Now this one is a bit too long, but yeah, what the heck, you know. plastic on the other side here is not a problem. It's thin enough. Let's stop moving. Two nuts have come loose. Just getting to the end. Tightening those two up. Yeah, that's good. Don't want it over tightening. Do want it to be tight enough. Now, these are mirror image, but there's no cable here. But if you wanted to run a cable so that you got Wi-Fi cable on the back, that would not be a problem. Yeah, I did have room to do that, or camera, or whatever, you know, in future versions of this thing. This, by the way, was absolute sod to print. I don't know if you noticed, but there's arches there, and then that is at an angle. It's a dog's dinner mess in there, but it's passable on the top. So what do we care? It's not visible. Good, good, good. Okay, the cable comes out back there. And okay, likewise, although there's enough depth, I've not put, you know, I've not ordered like 5mm bits. That's the one that's this is only 2mm and this one's 3. That's what we wanted. That's better. Okay, cable there. This is the first time I've put this in with the cable in. Moment of truth. Nah. 6 months designing this thing. God. Get in there. That's in. See, I'm just pushing that with the screwdriver. Yeehaw. It works. I was luckier. Okay, is that going to be okay? I think that's alright. Because it's another millimetre deep. You mustn't put these screws in too far into the LCD. Otherwise it'll damage the LCD. So that's why I've got a nut on the end of the little bolt to stop it from going in too far. That'll do, see you, that'll do, Jimmy. That's good, that's lined up. That's not very much in, which is good. It's bending up, but it's okay for now. Doesn't have to catch very much. I've not seen lots of these. That's it. Yeah. There we go. That's better. That should be okay. Come here, Jimmy. I don't want to turn this sideways because it's not my table. And the ends of these things, because I've used clippers to cut the things, is very sharp. Cut into the table, I don't want to do that. That's it, that's good. Good. LCD, man, whoa, with friction hinge that. I hate it when this happens. Needs to be tightened up a tiny bit more, but to be honest, it's such a pain in the ass. Just disassemble. I'm going to leave it at that. It's stable there. I'm happy. Wow. Yeehaw. Hook. Okay, so that comes out the wrong place-ish, but that's alright. Good. I'm going to say that's alright. I've got some neodymium magnets coming on the way, which are going to go into these jobbies. So they'll be underneath here, and one there, and one there, and one there, and that will hold the lid down when it's telling me what to do. Jimmo flipped. Doodad. I appear to be missing one of runner jobbies, the makeshift M2 bolts that I've been making up. $2mm again. Right, we have a nut embedded in there and a nut embedded in there. So, real simple, just a nib on the end there, fits in there, fits in there, there. Woohoo! Washer. Where's me like washers? I haven't done this one before, so it's a bit of Ujima flippy plastic in the way. These, I made these a tiny bit too small. Clean the buggers out before you can get the. Do you know what? I'm staggered at how inaccurate 3D printers really are. You know, say you want a hole that's 2mm, what do you get? One that's 1.7 or 1.6. Sometimes get little blobs on the inside. You know, it just goes, no, I'm not going in there. That's done the job. Let's do the other one while we're at it. Let's use the screwdriver first. Get rid of some of it. Welcome to the wonderful world of 3D printing. Yeah, it's still running. Good. I need another one. I'm possibly missing one of my bolts. Let's make one. And here's one we didn't prepare earlier. To make your own sized bolts to order with crude tools. Come back. Big one. It's better. Quick as a round file. I'm not filing my fingers, but it's okay. Yeah, there we go. Brilliant. Okay, so nut on, and we want that much plus that much. No, too short. That much plus that much. Oh, you know what? Sorry, let's just put that one on. I'll cut it later. Same jobby again. There's a hex profile here with a hex profile on here that's indented like this, so it fits in. And wrong way. There we go. Okay, so that fits in on that one. It should fit on the one that's in there. No problem. The end of these has already been destroyed by the cutters, so twisting the bolts, the threaded bar in using ends of pliers isn't a problem. Truly trained mechanics. Please forgive me. I know you'd be horrified at the crudity of the techniques and tools that I'm using here. And I don't even tidy up my tool bench. I'm amazed at how long it takes me to find some of my tools. I'll put a knife down on the bench and I'll stare at the bench. After even a minute, I'll stare at the bench trying to look for a knife that I put down 1 minute ago. It'll take me 10 seconds to find it. And then I find it's right there in front of me. That still hasn't caught on the nuts on there. Get off, get off. It's not pushed in quite enough, that's why. Get in. That's very thin, but you know, at least it's so far it's been fine. Patience. Let me see if I can turn this. This nut isn't